first day, got up here and got a little bit of digging in, and I panned out that one bag on camera so you guys could see that. Good to see a little bit of gold. I was hoping for more, but this area is kind of unusual, and usually I find gold in every sample, but sometimes I have found some nuggets. I actually have found some nuggets here, and I found one nice flake, one really nice flake about the size of my pinky finger nail. Real flat, real hammered, but a big flake. So anyway, one of my friends was asking me about when the weather's right and I don't use my tent, what is my sleeping arrangement? So I'm going to show you that here on camera, and I'm going to kind of wrap it up for tonight. I'm going to head back up and do some more dry washing before dark, but as far as the camera goes, I'm going to kind of wrap it up. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming along, and I'll show you the typical sleeping arrangement when the weather allows for it. Yeah, there it is. Shangri-La. Very simple when the weather's great, when the sky is clear, when it's not too cold. Just put out a cot like a lot of you might imagine. I have a tent as well. Takes quite a bit more to set the tent up, but there you go. That's usually the setup I have for sleeping at night. All right, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow.
Good morning. All right, sun's coming up. I'm going to stay in bed for a while. Happy Saturday.
Good morning, friends. All right, day 2, getting started here. Sun's coming up. Sure feels good. It was a little colder last night than I expected, but once I got in a sleeping bag, I was fine. You know, I used to do backpacking in the Sierra Nevadas, and I haven't gone in a few years, but we never had the luxury of a cot when we were up there. We just had a ground cloth and an air mattress and a sleeping bag. So having the cot is quite a nice works out quite nice for out here when you're car camping. So that all went well. It was a little bit wetter than I expected during the night. There's quite a bit of moisture in the air, but doing good, getting started here. Going to be doing some dry washing today, on and off throughout the day, and I've got all the stuff I have yesterday for doing some panning, so I'll be doing some more panning. Hopefully I can show you guys some gold. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Back again. I've got a few more runs done with the dry washer. It's about 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and I'm going to go ahead and put one of those bags in the pan here, and we'll pan it out and see what kind of gold is in there. All right, stay tuned. All right, all right. Not bad. Let me see if I can point that out here. A lot of little colors in that pan. Some real fine gold. There's going to be some more down in here, obviously, but this is a pretty quick pan. Took me a little bit longer. There's quite a bit of black sand. There's also a fair amount of lead. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15 colors in there. Pretty sure you guys can see those right in this area here. All right, so there you go. All right, here we are. This is where we started yesterday, and I've just been basically, as you're working, as you're running the material, you can feel with your shovel, you can see with your eyes where the bottom, where the low spot is. And so what I've been doing is I've been following the low spot on top of that old river bed, and I've been working my way up the low spot. I've been following it with the dry washer and just working my tailings into where I just previously was. So it works out really nice because as I'm moving the machine up, I'm burying what I've already exposed. So it's going to be a breeze to make it look like it wasn't even digging here. Now I've come to a point where there's sort of a convergence here. The deeper cobble layer sort of goes where the little rake is, right that direction. And then where I've dry washed in the past was right up here. So the material's a lot shallower though to get down to that lake, that old river bottom that's down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish dry washing this section right up in here, and that'll meet up with where I left off on a previous trip. And then I'm going to go in this direction towards where the rake is and just see how that goes. So that's the update for now. Doing good. Hope you're all doing well. Talk to you soon. All right, got this part done over here. Working this way now. Kind of like a cheese grater. We run that material on the grizzly. Bust it up. The wind's blowing the right direction, which is really nice. All right, I want to finish this run up. Take out the riffle tray. I brought my 1/4-inch classifier along on this trip. Everything goes in on the classifier. And this is the fabric on the bottom of the riffle tray. This is the fabric that the air blows through from the gas blower. I like to try to keep that fabric as nice as I can. And then I use the secondly, I use the little brush here to clean off the weather stripping. The weather stripping in here is what creates an airtight seal on that riffle tray. So I clean off the weather stripping. And then pop the tray back in. I got to do that with two hands. Take this here. I'm going to clean the rocks a little bit more. These are all the plus 1/4 inch, which are always pretty much waste rock, so that's why I don't usually ship those. And then I'm left with a 1/4 inch minus. I'll bag that up. All right, more later. All right, it's getting close to 1 o'clock. I moved the whole operation not too far from where I was, but I'll tell you why I'm doing it now. I sort of ran out of room where I was. I worked up to where I left off on a previous trip, probably a couple years ago now. So the reason I chose this area here is that you see these there's a lot of large cobbles. For this particular area, these are large cobbles. There's a few of them. There's a dark one behind the bucket there. There's a whole row here of large cobbles, larger than the normal cobble around here. The normal cobble around here is about so big. You can see these are quite a bit larger. So the idea for me stopping here and giving it a try is that if you think way back in time when this indeed was a river and it wasn't even a hill, when it was actually a river, in the course of a river, it takes usually a great flood to move really large rocks. And generally speaking, when you're thinking about it in a river environment, you would look for larger gold where there are larger cobbles, because it took a lot of force to move those larger cobbles. So therefore, you would think gold would be transported as well along with those larger cobbles. So I'm going to give this a try here. I'm going to start down. I've got that working for me, but also I have the fact that there's a transition here from a slope down to less of a slope. So it's not flat, but there's a transition there. So I got a couple things working for me. Over tens of millions of years, the erosion has caused things to drift, and they'll tend to stop in this area right along here. So I'm going to work around the large cobbles and around that direction and up the side of the hill there and see how that goes. So I'll have some more panning to do, not too long, and we'll see what we find in that sample. All right, talk to you later. All right. Let's take a look here. Pretty good amount of tailings there. All right, that's a pretty good test. Let's go pan that out and see what was in that little that spot right there. This is the first time I've worked on this particular part, so let's go see what we got in that little dig. little better. A little better is always better. But a lot better is best. Here we go. Now, I know you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one right there's got some nice size to it. Those aren't bad. But then over here, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 8 more, 10. There's about 20 small little specks in here, and there's one right there. You can probably see that. But anyway, there's that other area. That's that new spot. That's the best test pan so far. So I'm going to keep on working over there. Have a good one. About 1:30 in the afternoon here, and I've got another sample from the first place I was working at before I moved over to the second newer spot. The newer spot looks better so far than the first 2 test pans from the other area. But at the top of the hill, when I diverged off that course, I ran another sample there, and I've got that here. So let's pan that out and see what's in that. Just for future information, I'll know if I want to continue on that course or leave it be. We'll see. All right, get back to you. All right, here we go. More gold. Again, not a whole lot, but there is a nice piece right there. Well, a larger piece anyway. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 15 pieces. Pretty darn small, you know, but at least there's some more gold. So that was that area that I stopped now. That was the first area. Now I've moved on to the second area. So we'll see how it goes. All right, have a good one. How's it going? Well, I'm wrapping up day 2 here. Sort of packing things up. I got the vehicle about half packed up. And I got all my gear and the machine down off the side of the hill. And so I'm pretty close to leaving. And I was actually planning on moving to another part of the claim and working there a little bit this evening, but certainly tomorrow. And I was going to get some rest and relax a little bit, recover tonight, get some sleep, and kind of get ready for tomorrow. Do some more work tomorrow. Work most of the day tomorrow. But there's a storm coming in. Weather report says real good chance of showers somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning and continuing to, like, I don't know, 6 in the morning or something like that. So I packed up. I'm ready to head on out, ready to get a shower and head on back home. So you guys were able to see the whole process, really, from the shovel work down to the panning. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or suggestions or comments, please put them down in the comments section of the video. Appreciate it. Give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Thanks a lot for coming along, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. And I guess until next time, take care out there, everybody.